and so we can record this. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask as we go, because I'm here to help you. So just a recap on what we did yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about how you help people. So business is all about problems and solutions. And so if I'm hungry, I want some food. This is my problem. And the solution is that I go over to McDonald's and grab myself a bacon double cheeseburger, even though I know I shouldn't. I do. Just being honest, okay? And please don't judge me. And so, yeah, so the problem is that I'm hungry. The solution is that I need some McDonald's. And so how do you help people? So most of us here are coaches, or definitely in the service-based industries. So this might be, you might be a coach, you might be a virtual assistant, you might be a social media manager, you might be what else we got here? You might even be a hairdresser. You might be a Reiki healer. You might be an energy healer of all sorts. You might be a nutritionist. You might be a nutrition coach. You might be a personal trainer. So these are all things that are like all different businesses that are in service-based businesses. So service-based means you are helping people. That's why I love to focus on helping people, because that's what we do, right? This is what we do, is that we help people. And so, yeah, if you would like, you can feel free to join the Zoom. Great if you could turn the video off and your mic off. And if you want to ask a question, just go into the chat that you have a question, and then I will answer, or then I'll bring you on. And so feel free. I'm just going to put the link. And so, yeah, Karen, you can even turn off your video if you want. That is cool, or not. Hey, you have amazing hair.
You look beautiful.
Karen's hair. So awesome.
Bye.
So awesome. Anyway, so feel free. And so any questions, feel free to talk. And so yesterday we talked about like defining success. What does success look like to you? Right? So success to me might be making X amount of dollars. Success to you might be making Y amount of dollars, right? And so having that clear definition. And today I was doing like a little webinar and was reminded again about having really specific money goals every month. So at the beginning of the month, March 1st, March 9th, write down on a piece of paper how much money you want to make this month. Okay, and so this is some of the planning things that I love doing in my intensives. So an intensive is like one-on-one. Let's figure your shit out and do what we need to do to get you to where you want to go. So I want to help you plan out your business. That's what I do as a coach. That's what I do as a human. Plan your business to help you create the life and the business and the happiness that you want, because that's what life is all about, right? So yeah, so what is the transformation that you take people from? Where are they now? Where do they want to go? Okay, and so how do you know that? How do you know that, Chas? Well, okay, so what do people come to you with? And so do people come to you and say like, hey, I need help building my business? Or do people come to you, it's like, hey, I need help learning how am I going to lose weight? People come to you saying like, hey, I have an event next week. Do you have like some clothes or some jewelry that I can wear? You know, so that is the problem, and that's what they're coming to you with. The transformation is then where you are taking them. Like, what's the end result? So this is what we're going to talk about today in our offer, is like, what is the promise that you are going to make to your clients about how you help transform them? So if you have your workbook, it's like on page 4, we start with the offer, and I will put it again in the chat on Zoom if you'd like. And just so you have it. Oops, that was the wrong button. So let's not do that. Let's go to the good old computer. And yeah, there we go. There we go, Jess. Let's push the right buttons. Okay, fantastic. Hey, Kyla. And all right, so we're going to talk about your offer today. And then we want to the best place to put your offer is like in your Instagram bio or in your LinkedIn bio. And so start to think about that. Okay, so let's get back to problems. Let's become therapists, my friends. Okay, what are some of the problems that your potential clients have? And so I would love to use some examples here. And so feel free if you would like to use an example of your business. And yeah, so, okay, so like I gave some examples of being hungry. Okay, Kayla, are you a VA? For some reason, I could start to think that you are a VA. And yeah, okay, cool. So, what would be some of the problems that your clients would have? As you think about this, if you want to talk, that's great. Feel free. If not, that's totally cool too. And so, yeah, what are some of the problems that your client has? And so, Karen, let's think about this for your art coaching business. What would be some of the problems that your potential clients would have? And so then you start thinking, okay, as a VA, you're helping professionals of some sort. Maybe you're targeting, are you targeting coaches or are you targeting who are you targeting, Kayla? Coaches. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Use you as my life example. Okay, and so problems that coaches might have. One of the problem would be time. Time is a problem for everybody, right? It's the reality of our life. We only have 24 hours a day, and our list of to-dos keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And that's a whole nother topic for a masterclass that I'm doing at the end of the month, just so you know. But anyway, so our list keeps growing, and you help with calendar management. Fantastic. Okay, so what would be the problem? So that's the solution. You help people manage their calendars. So what are the problems that they have? So the problem that that coach would have would be that they don't know how to book their clients. They don't know how to manage their time. They don't have the time to book their clients. What are some of the problems that you run into with your coaches? For me, juggling their business and their life. Fantastic. So you really help with like managing their time and their work-life balance, I'm thinking. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so great. And you could be like a productivity VA, dude, because that's what you're focusing on, right? Helping people be more productive at work so that they can have more time with their families and managing that whole thing. So the problem is that they're focused, like, I'm going to speak on behalf of myself here because I might be your target audience. And is that us as coaches, we think we can do it all, right? We've been in business before. It's not really that hard to set up Calendly, and it's not really that hard to create a workbook, right? But it's the time. Time is the big thing because I would rather spend time talking to my clients than creating a workbook, right? And so, but with me creating a workbook, that means that after dinner, I got to create a workbook instead of like spending time with my kids. But let's be real here, they're teenagers, they're up in their room watching anime. So really, I just want to watch TV by myself. Instead of doing a workbook. And so yeah, so identifying the problem. So on page 4, you can write in there what the problem is that you want to fix. So juggling their business and their life. So what is the problem even behind that? What's the deeper problem even? Hey, and so what is that deeper problem that your client has that's not working? And so, yeah, they might feel like they're working. So this is where it comes down to like writing out this thing. They feel like they're working too many hours and not enough time with their families or their friends or a life or away from their computer. And so that might be the root problem. They might feel that their list of things to do is too much. So knowing that difference, just from like having a list of to-dos that is too long is also a different thing than working too much. Does that make sense? So having the list, so the solution to having too many things on your list would be for you to help take those responsibilities on. You would do that, or you would help them minimize their list. As a coach, I'm helping people like minimize their list and work on the essentials. But as a VA, you can be like, hey, you want to cut down your to-do list? Let me do it for you, right? And so yeah, so does that make sense? So what is the real problem that your client has? Okay, Karen, what is the real problem that your client has? And anybody else who is listening? People buy because they need their problems fixed, and they might not really even know that it's a problem. They just know that it's not right. Something's not working right, right? And so they're struggling with something. So let's think of it. Okay, I help struggling. So here's where I go into my bio of like, I help struggling, soulful solopreneurs. Okay. I think I actually have this in my workbook in a couple pages down. Yeah. So that is, they're struggling, but they're soulful people. Like they're warm, helpful, servant-hearted people, right? And solopreneurs work by themselves. And so that's who I help. And so let's create that identity of that person, of how they're feeling. So the identity is something just a little bit more. That's like who you are, or who your client is, and what they is like, how they identify themselves. So how do you identify yourself? Do you identify yourself as like the struggling entrepreneur trying to get their next client? Do you identify yourself as the struggling entrepreneur trying to find time in their day? So if you can identify it for yourself, it's easier than to identify it for your client. Does that make sense? Okay, so I want to give you a second to think about that, about the identity. I don't have this in the workbook. But the identity of who your client is before you start working with them, because you're going to change that, right? Whether you're an art coach, a VA, Reiki healer. Hang on, we got Shailene here on the Facebook. People are feeling lost, confused, anxious. So let's give them a title. So like I said, I work with the struggling, soulful solopreneur. So let's give your person a title. So lost, Shailene says, people are feeling lost, confused, anxious, stressed, and overwhelmed, often seeking direction, a sense of purpose, and fulfillment, seeking spiritual understanding and reconnecting with self, more balance. The problem is a lack of awareness, uncertainty, not trusting in self or intuition, lack of guidance. So you, Shailene, you're working with like the lost person who's searching for something more. They're searching for something more, right? So you're looking for the soul searchers. Hey, you're working for the soul searchers. Kayla's working for like the busy coach, the chaotic coach, the open-minded seeker. Yeah, that's great. And so I like alliterations today. Alliterations are just working. Is it the alliteration when it's the same letter? I can't remember. Anyways, so the chaotic coach, and you come in, you're the superhero. You are there to save the day. Okay? So now let's give you the identity. All right? So now let's focus on your workbook. And number 2 is like, what are the skills, education, experience, and passions that you have so that you can solve and help the open-minded seeker, that you can help the chaotic coach? What are the skills that you have that you can help them? these are your tools, right? These are the tools in your toolbox. So you can write that down in the workbook. You can write that down in the chit chat. This is exciting because these are your strengths. These are your strengths. And this is what is unique to you that makes you different from everybody else. And it's what makes you awesome. Right? So this is like so exciting. So what are your skills, education, experience, passions that you use in your business, but not just in your business, because your business is a reflection of who you are, right? Karen and I talk about this a lot. Your business is an extension of who you are, right? Especially when you're the only one in business. When it's just you, when you're the solopreneur, you are the only one doing that. So we're going to build on your strengths. And this is what I do as a coach in all my programs, is help you build on your strengths, right? And because why reinvent the wheel? Why be somebody you're not? So that's totally out of alignment with who you are, right? So find the things that are in alignment with who you are. And this is how you start finding what's in alignment with you, is by outlining your skills, education, experience, and passions, and of how you can help people. Okay, you guys got that. You guys got that. I'm vibing today. You know what? I always find I'm actually wearing a skirt today. You know, like, why? Because I love it. I feel like a queen when I wear a skirt, and it's like asymmetrical. So I love it. I got all the angles on, square, round, and then the skirt's like in a weird triangle shape. All the colors, all the shapes today. Anyways, okay. So how does your client feel after working with you? Okay. So after you come in as the superhero queen that you are, how are they going to feel? Okay, what are the expected results? So this is where we're really getting into that offer. So that could be like, okay, so I help chaotic coaches go from chaos to the opposite of chaos. What would be a word for the opposite of chaos? Like calm, the calm coach. So the chaotic coach to the calm coach, the chaotic coach to the creative. Oh, I need another C. Maybe I should just like get this alliteration things out of my head. Where's this laugh coming from? It's Karen. Don't be scared, people. It's just Karen.
The Cheshire cat.
Need some coffee today. All right, we got some people on the, so yeah, okay. So how does your client feel before? How do they feel after? Okay, so Shailene, how could your client feel after? So they're the open-minded seeker, the lost soul searching, to being connected. What would be the opposite? They're connected with self, they're aware, they're not lost, so they're found, they're woke, right? That's a word that they use in the spiritual world, woke. Aligned, balanced. See, you know boards better than I do, Shailene. Funny, you know more words too. Oops, I just muted myself. A better sense of purpose and direction, less stress. Okay, let's give that person a name, like an identity. Okay, so they're going from open-minded seeker to blah. Michaela's going from, let's say, chaotic coach. I'm just throwing this into your mind, but you don't have to be that way. And so helping as a VA, you use your skills of organization, of time management. You use your skills of being able to do things that coaches don't have the time for doing, which allows them to feel. What would be a name? That's got to come to me. Anyway, so what are the expected results? Let's just start with the expected results. So Shailene, as like a Reiki energy worker, wants to lead people feeling aligned, balanced, relaxed, and ease. So Kayla and Karen, how do you want people to feel after working with you? Feel free to type it in the chat or talk up if you'd like. If you're on Instagram, how do you want people to feel after they're done working with you? or while they're working with you? What are your expected results? So for example, you might see people on Instagram saying like, I will help you make 5K. I will help you make $10,000. After working with me, you'll have planned out your 6-figure launch, you know, which I am doing. I was going to do a retreat, but then this morning I was thinking, I really am good at one-on-ones. And like, why do I want to do it in a group setting when I can do it one-on-one? So instead of a retreat, we're going to call it an intensive. And it's the same thing. If you book this week, you can book it at any time then. And it's $100 for a 2 to 3 hour session where we're going to plan and design your launch that's going to make you money. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So if you want that, it's $97. Send me a DM. I don't have the link up for it quite yet. I was going to do that this morning, but I decided to have breakfast instead. Yay. Okay. Anyways, so how does your client feel after working with you? What are their expected results? Okay. So now on page 5 of the workbook, using an I help statement, write out what you do. So I help chaotic coaches go from this to this. So that's what I'm looking at for you, you know, from you. So I help open-minded seekers feel aligned, balanced, and relaxed at ease. I help the open-minded seeker have a better sense of purpose and direction with less stress. Ooh, Shailene, that's exciting. I really like that one. Okay. I help the open-minded seeker have a better sense of purpose and direction while being less stressed. How does that feel? I'm really jiving about that. How's the Instagram? Got to check the Instagram every once in a while. And okay, so I'll repeat it again. I help the open-minded seeker gain a better sense of purpose and direction while feeling less stressed, or so they feel less stressed. What would be another word for less stress that is like even just one word? If anybody comes up with one, please let me know, okay? Because I think that would be great. And Kayla helps the chaotic coach. I help the chaotic coach feel in control. So the controlled, that's the opposite of chaos, is controlled, right? So you help turn the chaotic coach into the controlled, confident coach by helping them manage their calendars and taking responsibilities from them. Woo! I'm getting excited about this, you guys. I'm getting very excited, as you can tell. This is this creative side of things I really like to do. So super fun. And so why do we need to even do this? So having that clear message, like in your Instagram or in your LinkedIn, people will go to that and be like, oh, that's what that person does. And that's who that person works with. And that's how she can help me, right? So they can see very clearly right from the get-go what you do and how you help them. And Instagram, 150 characters. So now we got to get this into 150 characters, right? Which is number 6. And so condense that, but start to write down with that. And if you want, you guys are all in the group, feel free to post those in the group. And we've done this before of what you got, and then we can help you tweak it if you want. Benefits of being in the group, you get lots of eyes on it and it's being like, honey, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, or like, ooh, love that, right? Isn't that exciting? I swear I haven't even finished my coffee yet and I'm vibing. This is going to be a great day. I think I have like 3 client calls today, so you guys are in for a treat. In for a treat. Okay. So how are we feeling about like the I help statements? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I want to hear what you're feeling. How do you feel about your I help statements? Because I want to know so I can better help you. Okay, so my Instagram bio is, let's see if I can remember exactly what I wrote. Hang on, let's just pull it up. Hey, Chas. Hey, that's a genius idea. See if it will let me while I'm live. And okay, let's go to that good old profile-y. Okay, so my profile says, let me know if this is actually really good. I would like your feedback. Let me know. This is my bio. I am the queen of helping newer in business women become aligned, client attracting queens to make money without working long hours. Join the next training. So again, I am the queen of helping newer in business women become aligned, client attracting queens to make money without working long hours. Does that make sense? Would you know what I do? Okay. Would you know what I do when I say that? Maybe not. And that would be great to know. Okay. So that kind of does make sense. Okay. Because I feel like I'm the queen when I am in my highest authentic self. That's my queen role. That's how I identify. Some people might be like, I'm a boss babe. I'm a CEO. However you want to term yourself, that is cool. So having that alter ego of who you need to be that highest self. Step into that role of your highest self where you are confident AF, and like, that's what I really want to help people do, right? And so I do that through these classes. I do it in my group. I do it through intensives, and I do it through my one-on-ones. And so that is what we do. I help people become their queens, right? Queen of themselves. Anyways, okay. So post it in the group. I would love this. Post what I help your Instagram bio in the group, and let's like work on it. And maybe it doesn't even need working on. Okay. I just want everybody to be able to like chime in and see what they say. Okay. So let's do some math. Let's make some money, honey, money. Because everybody always asks like, how do I price my services? How do I price my offer? I like to price it going by how much money you want to make in the year. Okay. Versus what are people going to pay for it? A little bit, a tiny sliver about what are people going to pay for it, but a whole lot, like let's say 90% of what your pricing is what you want to charge. Okay. About what feels good for you to charge and what's going to make you the money. So let's do some math. Okay. And so write this out on paper, or it's also in your workbook. How much do you want to make per year? Okay, so write that number down. Okay, write that number down. I can't use my calculator right now because I have my Instagram live up. Okay, so write down the number. Crap, no, sister, I work during the day. I work, sister. Love you, but I work. Even though this doesn't feel like working and we're just chatting as friends, right? Okay, so how much money do you want to make this year? And then how many weeks do you want to work in the year? So there's 52 weeks. How many weeks, if you were to work at a day job here in Alberta, you get 3 weeks off. So I would say at least give yourself 3 weeks off. If not, you may as well go work at a day job, right? You get to create the business, create the hours that you want to work. Okay, Kayla, I'm going to come back to your Instagram bio in a bit, okay? I think that's great, actually. It is, that looks really good. Helping female coaches move your business forward by doing admin tasks so you can focus on scaling your biz. So let's go into a little bit of more than just even more targeted, like that identity of that female coach. That's where like the chaotic coach, right? And move your business forward. So like what specific goals would you help them do? You know, help them really see what you can help them with. You know, you're going to help them make like 6 figures this year, or help them launch their program, or help them like plan a vacation, you know, dreams. Anyways, okay, so how much you want to make, how many weeks do you want to work? Okay, more than 3. More than 3, otherwise go back to your day job. Okay, and then how many hours a week do you want to work? And so I preach like a 15 to 20 hour work week, like max. When I'm not doing a launch, 15 hours a week is great. It's a 3-hour workday. I got a whole structure for that if you're interested on this 3-hour workday structure. Yeah, but 15 hours a week when I'm not launching is ideal. When I am launching, it's just a little bit more time and creating the workbooks. right? And so it's a little bit more time, but I don't work more than 20 hours a week, ever. And I never work Friday afternoons, never. I don't work on weekends, like rarely ever, unless we want to book a thing because you work 9 to 5. And yeah, so I'm pretty strict with the boundaries on my schedule. Anyways, so how many hours a week you want to work is basically then how much money you need to make each week, or if you want to do it per month, or if you want to do it per day. So if you want to do it per month, yeah, so let's say you want to take 1 week off a month. Wouldn't that be great? But why can't you, right? Why can't you? It's your business. So if I want to make $100,000, divide that by 12, which is about $8,333 a month. That's how much I need to make a month. And if I want to work 20 hours a week, that is times 4, so that's 80 hours a month. Then let's just do some rough math. That's like what, $100 an hour about. So my hourly rate is $100 an hour in order for me to make 6,000 or 6 figures. Does that make sense? And so it depends on how you charge. And so if you then coach and you're coaching once a week, then then you're coaching 4 times a month, and your 1 hour of work, you have to charge at least $400 a month for coaching. Okay, at least $400 for 1 hour coaching a week, but you're going to do some other things for that client in the meantime, in between times. And so, yeah. So then maybe you're working like 5 or 6 hours. Let's say you're doubling out. Maybe you're working 2 hours a week for your client. So that is 8 hours a month. And so to make $8,000, you need, oh my goodness. My brain just stopped. Time out. The moral of the story is figure out how much money you want to make per month, how many hours it takes you to put into that month, and then price it from there. So, but we need to put together a package. So that is the next thing that we're going to talk about, your package. So VAs are different than coaching hours because you're putting in a lot more hours than what coaches do. But similarly, okay? And so if your package, Kayla, what is your package? How do you offer, what do you charge people? How do you charge people? So that is like, so I have a 6-month package. Okay, 6-month package is like $5,000, except I have one spot at $555 a month. One spot, $555 a month for 6 months. So it's like, let's say $3,600. Anyways, and so that's my monthly package or paid in fulls. So monthly package, paid in full package, 2 packages. And then I have the group program. So another offer, okay? All the different ways that people can make money by working with you. And so if you were to say, if somebody were to ask you, what kind of packages do you offer? What do you say? Okay, let's create a package like right now. Okay. So let's say your package is even a certain amount of hours. So you can do some market research to see how many hours a month people would like, and it might vary from month to month. And so let's say you have, because let's say my friend Anna, she's got like a 10-hour a month Instagram engagement package. And let's say, I don't know exactly what her prices are, but let's say that's $1,000 a month, just for easy math. Okay, so that's her package. So to get 10 hours of work, that's the result. And she will do, and then the result is really, she's going to help you book clients because she's going to engage, find you followers, get a certain amount of followers a month. That's the indicator. That's the measurable indicator, is the number of followers. The measurable indicator is a number of DMs she'll send out. And but you can't control how many people actually buy from you. But you can control those two things, right? How many people you're putting your offers in front of. And so that's 10 hours a month for $1,000. Okay. So a package for you, Kayla, and that then, so let's say then it's a 3-month package. So you ask people to commit with you for 3 months so that you can really get to know their business and really help them and help them free up time. And maybe they're doing a 90-day launch, so that's even more helpful. So you could do a high-end package, a medium package, and a low costing one based on the number of hours that they want from you. Okay. But always doing some research to find out how many hours your client wants, right? And then you can create the package. And so pricing though is what you want to charge. Okay. So if you want to make $5,000 a month, because that's going to replace your day job so you can quit your day job. Okay, so what do you need to sell? So if I'm selling a $5,000 package and I want to make $5,000 a month, I can sell one paid in full client, right? One paid in full client. And so is that doable? Then how do I work up and what are the strategies that I need to do to get that one paid in full client to make that $5,000? Does that make sense? Or if I want $5,000 cash, I can do a paid in full. Or then monthly, then let's say I'm charging, I'm just doing easy math here, okay? $500 a month, then I would need 10 people a month that would be generating me. This is so crazy. My camera is all wonky. Because of that. That's why. Whoops. Hang on, you guys. I got to fix the camera because the sun is shining. Isn't that a shame that the sun's shining? No, we just got to adapt, right? Okay, so if I want to make $5,000, one paid in full client or 10 clients paying me $500 a month. So which sounds better? 10 clients paying me $500 a month for 6 months or one client a month for 6 months. So then I got to get like every month one new client. What sounds better for you? Okay, so work on what sells better, but I want you to outline what your packages are. So if somebody were to ask you, what do you sell and what are your different options? This is what I want you to put down, right? Write down what it is. What is it? And because your program is a reflection of your offer. So your program directly reflects how you help people and the result that you're bringing. So if I'm helping a client make $5,000 a month, it's not going to happen in one session. It's not, right? If it's going to take you like a few months to get your system set up, to get like your audience built, to get those messages out to market, and just to get like the startup system set up. It's going to take a couple months. So that's why I ask for a minimum of 6 months. So my promise is that I will help you set up all your systems. You work with me and I will set up all your systems for starting up. And I have a whole checklist. So I'll help you do that. And as a result, I want you to be making $5,000 a month consistently within 6 months of working with me. Okay, that's my promise. Okay, so what is your promise? Okay, the program is I offer a 6-month program of bi-weekly coaching. It's a hybrid program. So every other week we get onto a coaching program or a coaching call, and then you join the group and we do twice a week group coaching calls. And so you get a lot of coaching and then you got the systems in place as well. And so that is the program that I offer. It's the vehicle to take you from being the struggling, soulful solopreneur into the aligned client attracting queen. My vehicle is the startup system, the start system. And so what is yours? And that will cost you $5,000, okay, which is $867 a month. Okay, that is my one-on-one signature offer. Okay, so what is your signature offer? then you can upsell and downsell. So my signature one-on-one offer, I don't really have an upsell to that. Actually, no, I would do your social media management and stuff like that. Like that's an upsell. Like if you just like cannot figure out Instagram and you want to do it, I will do it for you. While I teach you, I'll do it for you. And so that's an upsell. A downsell would be like, okay, you just can't afford the one-on-one. That's totally cool. Totally cool. You're not there yet. And that's okay. So join the group, right? You still get the twice a week group coaching calls, right? Like fantastic option when you can't afford the one-on-one. So that's the downsell. So what is the downsell for your business? Okay. So that was, how are we feeling? How are we feeling here? Okay. So that's your offer. That's your offer, you guys. So tomorrow I'm going to help you with your schedule and maybe Kayla, you can like chime in on this and help you work 3 hours a day. And what are the habits that you need to do daily or weekly to sell this stuff, right? To sell it, because that's what you want to do at the end. So tomorrow we're going to talk about schedules. We're going to talk about habits. We're going to talk about vibes. We're going to get vibey. Yay. I'm very excited. So yeah. So once again, if you want like that one-on-one intensive where we're going to plan out your whole, like your business, we're going to plan out like the startup system of all the things that you need to do, make it as simple and condensed as possible that works for you. This is why I love one-on-one, because it needs to work for you. If it doesn't work for you, it's useless, right? And so then I want to offer you the support on putting this all together, putting together like even a launch where you can put your offer out there and start to sell and get really strategic in how much money you want to make and how you're going to make that money. Look at the sunshine beams coming through. Isn't it so pretty? I just love it. You see it more on Instagram. And anyway, so that's tomorrow, but sorry, that's not tomorrow. And but yeah, if you want to do the one-on-one intensive, like if you book it in March, $97, and we'll go 2 or 3 hours. Like when I was doing it at Christmas time, it was like between 2 or 3 hours. And so plan for that. So I'm going to open up Saturdays to do that with you, or a couple of evenings a week to be available for that. Cause I know some of you are working. And so I would rather do that instead of a retreat. I just changed that this morning. And so if you book it in March, it's $97. If you book it in April, it's $197. And so, yeah, let me know. Just put like send me the link, Chas, in the comments on the Facebook group, and I'll send you that link later today because I'm just finalizing that. And that's where a VA comes in helpful. Right? And so charge what you want, put your crown on, sit up tall, and you're going to crush it. You're going to crush it. And I know that it's scary to invest in yourself, but $100 is like so worth it. Right, Karen? Is $100 worth working with me? Please say yes. Please say yes. Anyways, super fun day. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. And yeah, let me know if you want to book the $97 intensive, because that's like the cheapest that you will work with me, the cheapest. Okay. And I want to help you become the client attracting queen. Okay. That's my end result. The offer. No more struggling. No more. No more. It doesn't need to happen. Let's be the client attracting queens that we are. Happy Women's Month. Okay. Bye-bye.
Are you still online?
Yeah, but I'm just posting. Oh, shoot. Hang on.